Right now, as you listen to my voice, your brain is performing a cognitive feat that no other animal in history has ever achieved. Every single human society on Earth has language, and in every one of those societies, we acquire it without trying. By the time a child turns 5, they have mastered the intricate grammatical rules of their native tongue. They do this without any formal instruction, textbooks, or even a conscious understanding of what a verb or a noun actually is. They immediately use those hidden rules to generate completely novel, mathematically precise sentences they have never heard before. Curious, how exactly does a human child already know rules they were never taught? Language functions as a rigid biological reflex, a piece of software the human brain is pre-wired to execute. In April 2026, researchers at the Max Planck Society proved that the structure of our speech is not a historical accident. After analyzing 1,700 different languages, they found the exact same hierarchical structures and word order preferences recurring across completely unrelated cultures. This data provides empirical weight to universal grammar, a theory proposed by Noam Chomsky over 6 decades ago. To figure out exactly when this universal blueprint first appeared, we have to shift from linguistics to deep-time genetics. A 2025 MIT genomic study traced the earliest detectable split in human populations back to ancient Africa, roughly 135,000 years ago. Because every modern descendant of that population split possesses fully developed language today, the biological capacity for it had to exist before they separated. We share 98.7% of our DNA with chimpanzees, yet despite decades of intensive training, no chimpanzee has ever produced a grammatical sentence. Because these rules of grammar are etched so deeply into our ancient biology, the difference between us and the rest of the natural world comes down to a few specific pieces of physical hardware. To understand our baseline, we can look at a March 2026 study of wild chimpanzees in Côte d'Ivoire. Researchers observed that these primates can combine 2 distinct vocal calls to create a new compositional meaning, like merging a call for feeding with a call for resting. While chimpanzees reach a dead end at 2 calls, human biology evolved the capacity for recursion. This is the ability to nest phrases within other phrases, creating an open-ended system where we can generate an infinite number of meanings from a finite set of sounds. The physical bridge for this hierarchical processing sits in the frontal lobe of your brain's dominant hemisphere, Broca's area. This specialized region is dedicated to syntactic structure building and semantic retrieval. It takes abstract thought and organizes it into the complex sequences defining human grammar. The genetic architect behind this region is a gene known as FOXP2. At some point in our evolutionary history, humans acquired 2 unique mutations in this exact gene. Those mutations rewired the brain's basal ganglia, granting early humans the precise, fine motor control over the mouth and vocal cords required to physically articulate complex speech. Our capacity for boundless expression relies on a physical network of mutated genes and specialized cortical regions working in concert to organize our thoughts. Yet this rigid physical hardware exists to generate something entirely invisible. Because of our recursive generative capacity, the specific language we learn ends up restructuring how we perceive reality. It changes how we map space, how we calculate time, and how our eyes categorize color. Every person alive shares the exact same 135,000-year-old biological blueprint. But running on that shared hardware are over 7,000 completely subjective, parallel realities.